Hi folks, Bug Out Brad here with another video from Camo Camping and Fun. So we're back in the studio. So let's get into it. This is Canadian Forces winter gear. It's not all of it, of course, but I thought I'd just show you some of this stuff today, just for fun. And it's a bit of mix and match from equipment from that I use to actual my collectible stuff. We'll start out first here. This is a scarf in a plastic bag, brand new. I've showed you this stuff before. Let's see if I can get some numbers in here this time. Yeah, I've showed you this stuff before, the scarf, but yeah, I think my lighting's a little too bright again, but that's okay. Next we have up a balaclava here. Now this is a more modern balaclava, like a fleece lined one, of course, but that came out of like I said, another kit that I make that I actually use, and whereas other stuff here is from my collection. But it is winter gear that they use. Here's the older style balaclava, the 3-holer. And what I do is I actually remove this stitch here from my 4-eyed glasses, and it works out great. And there's a nice little toque above it that's acrylic, and there's another green acrylic toque, and I believe this one may be navy. You guys can correct me on it, but it's 100% wool. And is it ever there it is there, is it ever warm? Unbelievable warm. Here's also a pair of leather gloves. You've seen these before, and of course just sticking out there is the little bit of the little wool gloves, or synthetic wool gloves, that you can stick inside them. Those ones came out of my kit that I use. This crazy looking thing here is not from Star Wars. It's I'm not sure, but I think guys in armor use them. Like, obviously it's heavy nylon with it's got a wool lining, but obviously it's for high winds with a mask on the front, so you can remove the mask and there's a little string there, a little dangler where it hangs off your face so you don't lose it, and it's velcroed on, so it's pretty cool. It'll fog up your glasses pretty quick though. And on the end here, there's the socks you've seen before with the little soldier guy on them, of course. But underneath, I think this is standard issue now. That's like a pair of black wicking nylon type socks with a mixed wool blend socks behind them. And they're boot socks, so they're very tall, you know, like Peppy Longstockings sort of thing. And this here on the end, that's brand new in the package. You can't really read it, but that's like a camouflage cover, like a net that I picked up. So that, I don't know if they still use that type of thing, or there's the other version of it's like almost like a CAD pad type of camouflage. I think it's the type of camo that they use CAD pad, that they made CAD pad from, actually, from Finland or someplace like that. But anyways, yeah, anybody wants to correct that, just put it in the comments. Just, you know, keep it down to a paragraph, not 3 pages, and that would be just great. So there's the famous gloves, or mitts, pardon me, the big mitts, the big white mitts from Rabber, and that's the little trigger wool mitt. There's Canadian and American versions of those, I do believe. So let's see, moving on, we've got, hopefully the lighting's good over here. Now these are just you've seen these before. These are the wicking pants that for underwear type of thing they wear, the modern type of stuff. And I showed you the waffle weave type of cotton poly. Well, they were originally cotton, but they made cotton poly blends later on. But I just want to show you here. See, I cut off the little stretchy things that go around your ankles because I can't stand that. But you see that imperfection in the sewing here. That would have been a pair I talked about before, where we've got when we used to be in business, we would get an overrun of imperfection type, and they were stamped, you know, imperfect type of thing. And underneath them here is the big heavy fleece pants. These things have the big, flip that over, the big heavy duty nylon seat on them, and the nylon knees, of course, on them. And again, this is a pair that I use in one of my kits, so I've cut off the stretchy thing and just hemmed it there to go over my boots instead of inside my boots. So that's one of the reasons I actually have a pair of these with the These are actually, what are they? Medium regular. So regular is too tall for me, so I can cut off the ends off them and they'll be just the right height. So I have a pair of short regulars at the end of my bed. And when it's really cold in my house, well, that's what I slam on. Now, underneath here, we've got the bibs. Now, these things are unbelievable. They're insulated bibs. So they're Gore-Tex, but they're also insulated like the pants. But these are the bib version. And this is a belt that I made out of one of those backpack straps because it had the belt loops. And I thought, well, that'd be cool if you could hook onto it. Now, these ones here, they've got the heavy-duty suspenders. And they button up rather nicely with all kinds of adjustments here. And they unzip all the way down and open right up. So they're pretty cool. Now these ones here, they don't have the big cargo pockets on them. So you'll see, like, I guess the infantry guys had cargo pockets to stuff their, you know, MREs, toilet paper, whatever. These could be maybe, I don't know, air crew or something like that. Maybe somebody could just make a comment on that to say why the certain ones didn't have the side pockets. So that just about covers the table. We'll switch gears and we'll go over to the, I've got enough light over here with my little light on. This is one of the wicking shirts, like the pants. I've showed these before, of course, but this is like the modern type of stuff that they wear. And underneath it is the fleece jacket. So, and it's pretty standard. It's got the little epaulet guys on it there for the slide-ons and everything. And these are really pretty heavy-duty fleece. It's not really cheap fleece. It's not like Malden Mills or something from back in the day, but it's pretty good fleece. It works. I was going to put this stuff on and go outside with it to show you guys, but it's just, besides being horrible outside, because everything's melting, it's just too hot to even put on in the house. Okay, so the next thing along the line here, this is a little unusual. Maybe somebody could tell me what they use this for. I'm assuming, which is a bad word to say, I'm assuming it's a bag, a white bag to cover a tent, or a tent bag, sorry. It has a drawstring here at the top, and it's a great big bag. I think my brother brought it home from some bunch of junk he found somewhere. But yeah, it's unusual. I've never seen one before, and never probably will see one since. But we'll move on to the pack cover. So the pack cover, most people have seen these things. They go over top of the old ruck with the wire frame. And top and bottom, I'm not even sure. I think they put the green part on the bottom because that would be a nice target at the top. But yeah, it's you could get a lot of the stuff brand new back in the day, but a little hard to find now. But you can still find it in places. These, of course, are the pants. And sorry, it's a really bright white setup here. But these are like large short, I believe. These were issued but not worn very much, so they're pretty cool. And then there's the, I'll get back out of the way, get some stuff out of the way here. And there's my parka that I use, or have used. I've lightened up the system, which I'll show you the system I use now. But I've actually worn this ice fishing. And I would go outside and stand outside in the cold, and guys are like, "Are you crazy? It's like, I don't know, 40 below or something out." And I'd be like, "No, I'm too hot. I'm just trying to cool down." I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's true. There's 81. This one's out of my, I have two of these. This one's out of my collection. This is a large short, and I have a large regular that's a little longer, but really, really nice stuff for a wind cover. And of course, the pockets, you can reach through to get your stuff out of your pockets. So that's really nice. And the hood is huge, so it goes over the top of the hood that sits on the parka. And I left this open just to remind me here. Here's the cuffs on the parka. They're Velcro. Of course, they got the stretchy wind things inside. They're just awesome. But this actually mates up with these gloves. So what you can do is fold the white part of your wind smock there back and cinch this all down here, and then cinch down the gauntlet on the glove and pull this back over top of the glove. So it's a really good system. It works. It really does work. And so now, just to finish this video off, because I don't want it to be too long and boring for you, I just threw some miscellaneous in here just for fun. I wanted to show you some American mitts. There's the big American gauntlet mitts. I think like the green, actually, that'd be old. Otherwise, it'd be camouflage. So that was probably back in the, geez, in the 70s. I got lucky, found a pair minty. And there's, of course, the little trigger gloves. And I also, down in the States, found the white gauntlet covers for them. It's pretty cool that I found those. I don't know where you'd find something like that now, but who knows? I've ordered stuff down from the States before where you can get piles of it in a box and it's brand new, so you never know. And there's a helmet. Now that helmet is the same kind that Canadians used back in the 80s. It's not a Canadian helmet. I think it's from another, it's like, I don't know, Danish or Finnish or something, but it's the same helmet with a little different chin strap. But, and there's the little band for to go around the helmet. It's so old it doesn't even have the cat size in it. And I put these goggles out. So these goggles, they were actually issued, I guess the guy never used them. But these goggles, what's really interesting is if you look at the side there's a little gap on either side. Well, that's for four-eyed people like me, which is amazing because I never realized that till I looked at them the last time I looked at them. I was like, wow, you can't. And I pushed them against my glasses and they actually worked. And these ones here, I don't know if you can see the date on here. These ones here, oh, just catch the edge of it there, 1974. So there you go, eh? So they're pretty old, but they're brand new. They've actually, well, if they didn't scratch easy, they'd probably still be useful. And, okay, so here, these things here, Greb used to make boots in Canada for the military. And these, I just got lucky when I found these. These are actually, they were issued to a guy, I guess, that never wore them. And they're actually my size. They're like, I'm like a 9, but for some reason the army boots are a little bigger. And they're an F. So they're not like a 3E or, you know, that size. They're F size. So that's actually wider than all that. So they're super wide, which is really hard to find in army boots for some reason. There's a lot of skinny feet guy. And here's a pair of Gore-Tex lined H.H. Browns, of course. That's like a modern army boot. I think they're gone from Canada now, but yeah, those are like unbelievable. The only thing about some of these boots is that for military purposes, a lot of people swear by army boots. And if you look at the way that they're designed, it dips down there like a shoe. That's actually for flexibility. So if you're hopping and jumping around all over the place, which you might have to do, they're great. But for ankle stability, talk about a twister. But anyways, I'll just bring you back over here. Oh, my junky coffee table. I got everything everywhere, folks, because of doing these fun videos. But I just wanted to show you here. There's a pair of snowshoes, and everybody's seen these type of things, these snowshoes. They're still for sale, brand new. I don't know how many they must have produced here in Canada, I guess. Maybe they did even in the United States. But I wanted to put the two different boots. Now, here's the Muckaluk that the Canadian Forces used for years. I have no idea what they're using now. They might even be using the American version, like the bunny boots over here, or Mickey Mousers, whatever you want to call them. But I just wanted to show you. I just put the harnesses on them just quickly to set them up. You can rearrange those harnesses all kinds of different ways so that this is cinched down. But they're really serious harnesses. But what's sitting over here is an extra pair, or an extra just one harness, because I had to use the other harness. What you'll find with these things sometimes is these things here can be broken or poorly casted, and they'll literally break up, crumble up. So watch out for that if you're ever into this kind of, I mean, you can get harnesses, no problem, with other stuff, but I mean, but those ones there are the military style that they were the actual issue up here. I'll just bring you back in 1 second. We'll have a chat. Okay. Well, thank you very much for watching my videos. We might be getting a little tired of Canadian Forces equipment because I have so much of it. All of the other stuff I have is like sleeping bag set, which I'll show some other time, and with some other sleeping bags, the good, the bad, and not so much ugly. But the other thing is the 10-man and 5-man army tents. There, we have a couple of them that are just absolutely gorgeous, and we'll set one of those up maybe in the summertime. People have seen that kind of stuff, and there's not a lot of these videos out there. I noticed for Canadian Forces equipment, like especially the old stuff. But there is a few good videos out there if you look them up for this kind of stuff. And it's just, again, it's you know, it's just a lot of fun to collect this kind of stuff. If being in that business, it was like, this is great, I can have fun with this. But the thing was, I did start using it, like I was saying about ice fishing and that, and the bibs and that type of thing. I mean, it's really unreal equipment. I've changed a lot of it though now to another system that's a lot lighter than this equipment. That's the one drawback with this stuff, like those snowshoes and the mucklucks and all. They weigh a ton. This jacket weighs a ton. Everything's bomb proof. So I mean, if you're in a truck or in a situation where you don't have to go travel very far, this stuff is just awesome. I mean, especially if you were stuck outside somewhere. If you had some of these items in a kit bag, I mean, you'd be set. You could sit outside in whatever temperature you wanted. But anyways, thank you very much for watching my videos, and we'll bring you back another one. I'm not sure if I'll do a sleeping bag one or what next. I would have loved to get outside, but like I said, it's just horrible outside. Everything's melting. I was going to do a video where I put the snowshoes on, and it's like, oh my God, I had 6-foot drifts in my backyard a couple days ago. Now it's now they're down to 3 feet and soft. So you could just imagine how much snow would stick to those snowshoes. So just to walk through it would be incredible. But yeah, we'll catch you on the next video. And thanks very much. Have yourself a fantastic day. And take care.